It's a twister, Toto! It's a twister! Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we... Oh yeah, I was like, what did we do last time? We made some love sources, or at least got the ability to start making love sources. And this time, we'll be doing some more minor side questing around here. I had a different plan, but it's something that has quite a few merc missions tied to it, so... Nah. We're gonna land in Mortha. First of all, we're gonna start with a heart-to-heart.
Seems like a good place to rest.
Hey, Mithra. May I ask you something?
Huh? Something up?
I read over my journal again. We used to fight each other quite a lot during training, didn't we? And it looks like I usually came off worse.
Don't take it too hard. You really gave it all you had, but I guess I've just got certain attributes. Sorry, what did you want to ask?
Well, according to my journal, it looks like there was one time where I got the better of you.
Huh?
It doesn't go into much detail, but still, besting the Aegis is quite the achievement, don't you think? I really need to know how it happened, how I managed to beat you.
That's bull.
Huh?
Your journal is lying to you, Bridget. I never lost to you, not once.
I don't think so. Why else would I have written it down?
When exactly? What kind of match was it?
It was in a camp in the Tornan borderlands, on the last day of training.
That doesn't sound right at all. It's nonsense.
The bottom one will give you 200 trust with Mithra. The top will get you 200 with Bridget.
You're saying my journal is mistaken?
I meant, that fight didn't count.
Didn't count. Explain.
That fight was right after I'd gone up against Hayes. You begged me to take you on. So that's why it doesn't count.
I see. You just don't want to acknowledge your defeat.
I told you, you didn't beat me.
This is really childish, Mithra. It seems that you only won narrowly in most of our other bouts. I don't know how you can be so stubborn.
Are you sure your journal isn't just a load of fantasy trash talk written down?
Mithra, you want a piece of me? Come get it.
Ladies, please. Making a mountain out of a molehill here, aren't we? There's no need to brawl.
We're not brawling.
That's right. We're just training. Okay, ready yourself. After so many years, let me set you straight.
I'll make it clear this time. You'll know I'm the better fighter once and for all.
Now hold on. Not so fast. Will someone please intervene?
Honestly, I feel like I could very reasonably see Bridget picking up a win here or there. Seems reasonable. That one will, this heart-to-heart will get you Mithra's Foresight battle skill at level 5. That might be the last thing other than, like, the...
I can do even more.
Tedium stuff that... Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff that kind of is just tedium. I think we've defeated Perplexed Stoyan. Let me see. Yes, we have. So this is one that I could very reasonably do once I give myself a little bit of time. Oh, one thing that is weird. Percival's Grim Moon. I don't know why it's marked with question marks, even though we have as much unlocked as possible. Oh, okay. It's because I haven't done failure and success quite yet in this, in the New Game Plus. And the heart-to-heart only unlocks after failure and success. Again, that's stuff that I'll eventually be doing off-screen, because especially failure and success is a very, very off-screen quest. Because it's a lot of merc mission, so yeah. One thing that I will note, I've gotten quite a few gold chips, as well as silver chips, just through the process. The team that I've been using for that has been as such. playing as Tora mainly as Cutie Pie to get the break and the launch. Zeke has a topple with Adenine. Rex has one with Mithra. And then Smash on Corvin, Wolfric, and Rock. Percival is there for a potential break, and also mostly just because Rex doesn't really have any other things. As for the settings, what I have mainly been doing is bring these 3 down, everything else up to max. Actually, sorry, max HP I've had all the way at max as well, so you get more opportunities to do Smash. Really, you are mainly going after Smash, just because that is you get extra drops that way. So, yeah. Something to definitely keep in mind. It's very useful to have as something. Defense system activated. Garasha Sovereign detected in the vicinity of Highway 8. Eliminate Garasha Sovereign from Highway 8 to claim reward. What words talk about? Get the Time-Worn Machine quest. Start that up. We'll have to defeat 3 Garasha Sovereign out on Highway 8. Again, I keep saying this, and eventually one day I will actually do it, but there are quite a few tedium-based affinity charts that we can finish up at some point. I could also very well just go into, like, throw in a bunch of Merc missions for that, which, I mean, I potentially might. That could, I mean, it wouldn't save me time, but it would save me some, again, just tedium. That is one thing that I do kind of hope for in an eventual remastered, definitive edition, whatever, is just working down on the tedium of the affinity charts. Obviously, I think it would be a bit much to ask for completely changing the affinity charts, but you just kind of just adjust it a little bit so things are a little bit, well, that is kind of the main thing I think that would be needed for a definitive edition, is just really fixing up a lot of the, again, just a lot of tedium, a lot of really, really boring, repetitive things, like having to go all over the place and defeating a bunch of random enemies. These Garasha Sovereign are completely unique to here, or to right here, as in these are quest enemies. You can tell by the fact that they decided to attack us right away. And I'm not exactly certain what the level, quote-unquote, cap is for when they'll want to start, or when they'll, rather... Oh, cool. For when they will stop auto-aggroing. I want to say it's like 5 levels, because, I mean, that just mainly I'm saying that because it seems like a very reasonable amount, but, you know, it could just not be, I don't know. We'll keep bonking a couple enemies here. Oh god, launch. Very annoying, these guys do have taunts, but we at least got the smash off in time, so it doesn't really matter a ton. Yeah, again, I've mentioned this before, but once you get Cutie Pie, like, Tora is so good at that point. Like, he really just fills out any party you need, even if he doesn't have, you know, certain, different, like, even if you just have him as, you know, tank and attacker, or anything like that, still is super useful, just because, I mean, he's, mainly just because of the driver combos, honestly. It really helps fix things up, really helps make everything just kind of work together. Again, he's just a very good, solid piece in any party.
Combat support function prime.
Probably could just use... I mean, honestly, probably have a lot of this. Here, let's get Corvin leveled up, Adenine. Adenine will also be one that'll be really nice to, yeah. Mortha. I forget where we get those. 'Cause I don't think that's part of her Blade quest. Oh, Chrisette's actually a big Blade quest. Chrisette's probably one we could get pretty soon. That would be her last thing needed.
Very nice.
Get a rusted old watch to complete Time-Worn Machine. You followed the instructions and got your reward, but the old machine seems to be broken for good. I don't know how it's determined, or, you know, like, in-universe, how that chest just kind of shows up. We'll go over to Adenine, get her affinity boosted a bit more.
Scrutiny is the key to expanding your
Keen eye.
knowledge.
Yeah, that makes sense. As for what else we can do... Oh, another quest over here. We might as well do quests since I happen to be in the land of Mortha.
Okay, let's make a start.
You know, it's just always useful to... I mean, we want to do every quest regardless, so... You know, that'll be... It'll be something to help pass some time, I suppose. I believe this door is initially locked? If you're heading through the first time?
What is inside box?
I might be wrong, though.
Treats or socks?
Grab all of that. Hey!
This is most interesting. Optic nerve auxiliary circuit unlocked.
Yes, I see.
This... What? Is that's not part of... That's not how you start Adenine's Blade quest. Is it? Yeah. What is that for? Give me a moment. Is that for Key Affinity 5? I want to double check this. I actually don't know what this is for. It's not related to her Blade quest, but... Huh. Yeah, I honestly do not know what that's for. Because that's, like, I'm not seeing anything on it unless it... Oh, okay. It's a DLC quest for Adenine and Cosmos. Which we can do Okay, well, asterisk we can do. The end of the quest involves fighting a level 125 enemy. I believe it's actually unique to their, yes. Actually, I think it's the highest level enemy in the game outside of challenge mode. Because I believe, no, never mind, okay. The unique monster that's in the super boss in Temperantia is a bit higher level, but otherwise the boss enemy here is, or for that quest, is actually the highest level, or the second highest leveled enemy in the entire game, I believe. Let me double check. Oh, it's in unique mode. It's the highest level, quest exclusive enemy. It might be tied for... no, okay, it is just straight up the second highest level enemy in the game outside of challenge mode. Challenge mode does have some different levels, for everything. Just because. Okay, that's too steep. And actually, you know what? Speaking of... I think we'll do that to end off this episode. We've seen Cloud Sea Ken, as well as Gladiator Orion. Those are two of the super bosses. Also, by the way, it is the Cloud Sea Mist is the name of the weather required for Cloud Sea Ken to appear. What we're going to do, we'll go around and just find all of the super bosses, just kind of show off where they are all at. Again, all of these are unlocked after getting to the first low orbit station. That's when all of these super bosses will appear. First one up is at the Boulder Boar Gate, or rather, more specifically, the Brigand's Hideout. And here is Reeking Douglas, level 104 Squarwer. Big thing with Reeking Douglas that you'll want to do for fighting him is that he can summon some very high-level reinforcements, so making sure that you get a good... getting Dark in there is very, very useful, just because then you can prevent some extra level 90 to 108 enemies appearing. Something very important to grab. Next up in Temperantia, we'll go to Lean Tower of Door because it's already below. This one is actually kind of important to get, well, okay. This one is, the reason you have to be a little bit cautious if you're doing Nim's Blade quest in Chapter 10. Technically, you could be in Chapter 10 without being in the low orbit station. Right? Right? Yeah. Technically you can, but... Right. Chapter 10's the first low orbit station, let's be real. But heading towards the Aegis Hammer, which of course where the last one was, down there is Pernicious Benf, level 109 Behemoth. I believe the main thing with him is just he is very strong. He's just really a tough enemy. Big old beat stick. That's the word that I'm looking for. Over in the where? I think it would be. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, back where we fought Jin and Amalthus.
Pretty long way, eh?
Now in here is the Mark 7 Eric. The Eric is, big thing with him is that he can summon more Geralf Sovereigns, which are very strong. They can summon Familian Sovereigns. Again, Dark, very useful. for that. He does also start off with a Valta and Grandum Sovereign. I believe these are completely unique to them. Unique to here. I believe they work the same as the other ones that are similar in their appearance. Next up, if we go to the Cliffs of Moratha and make our way... Yeah. Jubilee Gate's good enough for this. If we head on down to the Gotrek Oracle Ruins and head out over here. Okay, so I saw a shadow and I was very concerned. Flying all the way over there is Artifice of Ophion. Ophion is, again, kind of just a big beat stick as well, but the big thing that's more unique about Ophion is that he does tend to be pretty far away, so an Ether Cannon usually tends to be almost required to fight Ophion. It's not technically fully required, but it is very highly recommended to have one, because otherwise he can be pretty difficult to find. Oh, okay. Finally, in the old factory. I never remember where this one actually is exactly.
Long journeys make Tora tired. Where to, Master Pawn?
Well, oh, okay. Well, actually, one thing, just in general, I forget exactly when the old factory starts getting these really high-level enemies. I don't think it's when you reach low orbit station. I'll actually double-check to see if it mentions... Okay, never mind. It is when you reach the low orbit station. A lot of very high-level enemies will start showing up, including Unflinching Saxon, level 99. Where is this unique one? Oh, right there. Chickenheart Dagmara is the second highest leveled enemy, or the second highest leveled of them. Dagmara is really, really tough. Despite being a Pepito, he will never use Escape Route. And he has some really tough things about him. So, Dagmara can just topple you straight up, which is really annoying. Can basically is immune to break as well. So, yeah, he's very tough. In addition, so every so often, Dagmara will re-enrage, and on enraging, it'll avoid the next 20 attacks, which is really tough. Dagmara potentially can be seen as the toughest of the unique monsters, even if it's not the highest level. And I forget how high level the enemies around Tyranitar Cyrodiil
Let's
are.
rest the spell.
Let's get going.
I'm actually gonna check, because if they are okay, they're like level 50s, so you know what, we can show off Tyranitar
Darkness envelops the
Cyrodiil
world in
as
Stygian
well.
embrace.
Do we really need to stop
if
and
I
rest when
can-
we're having so much fun?
Head to the right area. I think I'm actually on the... Let's go underneath. So like level 50s. Which, I mean, it's a lot of them, but again, they're relatively weak. For our standards, we should be able to face them pretty easily. We're not going to be able to face against Tyranitar. Tyranitar will kick our ass. That is a guarantee. That's fine. That is not a prediction. That is a spoiler, as Paul Heyman would say. But we can still at least show off Tyrannotite and Caradil. So yeah, we'll first head off to the profaned place. Are they? Yeah. Quite a few of them. I'll speed through this, just because it's a lot of them. 7 enemies, they're all level 50, but not actually the most difficult of them. So, yeah. Speed through this. Now we can also show off what's in the chests, because I think the chests have some pretty good loot. As I said, not really that difficult, because we're much higher level than needed. First chest over here. Just a bunch of money on a common core crystal, as well as an endurance 4. Endurance 4 is pretty, actually, I'm getting more endurances. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty useful one, though. Nia doesn't even need the lockpick for that. Fast Blade Switch 4 is really good. Fast Blade Switch arguably is the best aux core type in the entire game. And then this one, it's just a lot of money, as well as a legendary core crystal. Actually, speaking of legendary core crystals, you can actually get quite a few from Vampire Bright Marion. You got 11 in the process. Got a lot of rares too. Now first, the Miasma needs level 5 Dark Mastery in order to unseal that. Talos only has level 1, yeah, well,
don't expect me to do everything
definitely
for
only
you.
has level 1. Because it's
Let's
the
prove our new powers.
only other Dark Blade we have. I think it, well, I don't think Cassandra has Dark Mastery. Does she? No, I'm curious. I don't think she does. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hello there.
We'll do that. We need a lot of...
hunting solo.
I think it's a lot of ice and... No, it's Fire Master. Okay.
Guide me.
That's much more convenient. I'm still shocked. What do we need for more Fire Master and Bridget? It's gotta be a pouch item thing. Nope, just random enemies in Tantal. Okay. I'll view that next time. Just because then we can also get to work on Bridget. Cresette doesn't have Fire Mastery. Newt doesn't, Doggus doesn't. Doggus might after his Blade Quest, but that's not particularly relevant to us. So, Fire Mastery, we got a 2, we got a 2.
Our new powers.
That's very kind of
Just a bunch of
Shine on the
1s
front line too.
on you.
I'll work my ass off to meet your
One,
expectations.
Let's
one,
prove our new
You can
powers.
count on me.
1. Probably should, like,
Here we go.
count how much we have. We need 3 focus. Cosmos. Who else has focus? That'll just be an easier way to do this. Go to focus. You
Let's sock it to him.
need 1 more focus, so I think we can probably afford to go to... Oh, Jonah doesn't have focus, does he? Nope. Does not, does not. Wow, not a lot of focus, honestly. That's kind of surprising. You'd think that focus would
I
be
call upon the power of fire.
pretty easy to get. Let's see how quickly we get killed by this. Yeah, level 130 Tyrant Titan Cyrodiil. Does quite a bit. He is very resistant to break. Tyrant Titan Cyrodiil also is completely unique of an enemy. Does not have any other type of creature like it. Twin Barrel All Cannon does a lot of damage. And obviously, we have the debuff of, needing a bunch of random enemies in order to even unlock. Honestly, I'm surprised how well we're surviving. But he's only been using auto attacks and twin barrel auto cannon, which is his by far least deadliest art.
Very bad.
Has a lot of really tough arts, including one that very uncommon, but does have an art that will inflict doom, which it'll just kill you. So always fun there. But yeah, very strong is Tyrant Titan Cyrodiil. So we'll be coming back here much later, but still he is now here, and again is entirely very strong. The main art that you're looking for when you're fighting Tyrant Titan Cyrodiil is he has one known as Rampage Train, which will just instantly launch you unless you completely avoid the attack. Which avoiding the attack is very difficult. If I recall, it actually comes out really fast too. So it's not just as if it because it sounds so easy to dodge. No, it comes out really quick if I recall. Tyrant Titan Cyrodiil is very strong. So yeah. But we'll do it for this time. And next time we will take a guess what we'll do next time. But until then, see you guys later.
Are you calling me a liar?
The truth hurts, Bridget. You purposefully waited for a time when I was tired out for that fight. That's a cowardly tactic.
Shut it. We were pretty evenly matched, my journal said. We're almost level in terms of ability. There's nothing strange about me winning once in a while.
Hang on. Why were you recording stuff like that in so much detail anyway? Let me get a look at that journal. I bet it needs a few corrections.
Cut that out. Don't you dare try to taint the truth.
What?
Speak up.
Do you really think it's wise to quarrel like this?
This is not a quarrel, Dromark. Withdraw if you want to retain your whiskers.
That's right. This is just a friendly bit of rivalry, so keep your nose out of it. Bridget, you will know my power today. For real.
Mithra, you're going to eat those words.
Well now, you two certainly have a strange concept of friendship.